If you got just 1% better every single day, where would you be in a year? Not 10%, not double, just 1%. Here's the strange answer. You wouldn't just be a little better. You'd be 37 times better than when you started. This is the idea that turned one book into a global phenomenon and changed the way millions of people think about change itself. This book has sold over 20 million copies. It teaches no secret motivational trick. Instead, it argues something almost nobody wants to hear. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more willpower. You need a better system. Let's break it down. Most people think change has to be dramatic to matter. A total life overhaul. A New Year's resolution that changes everything overnight. But real change almost never works that way. Habits are like compound interest for your life. A single decision, one workout, one page read, $1 saved, feels meaningless in the moment. But repeated, for a year, for 5 years, the results compound into something almost unrecognizable. And the same is true in reverse. One skipped workout doesn't ruin you, but a pattern of skipped workouts, repeated for years, quietly determines the rest of your life. The book's core claim is simple. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So how do habits actually form? Every habit follows the same 4-step loop. First, a cue, something that triggers your brain to start a behavior. Your phone buzzes, you walk into the kitchen. Second, a craving, the motivational force behind the habit. You don't crave the phone itself, you crave the feeling of checking it. Third, a response, the actual habit itself, the thing you do. Fourth, a reward, the payoff that teaches your brain this was worth repeating. Cue, craving, response, reward. Every habit you have, good or bad, runs on this exact loop. And once you understand the loop, you can start rewriting it. This is the real toolkit of the book. 4 simple laws, one for each stage of the loop. Law 1. Make it obvious. You can't change a habit you don't notice. Most people are running on autopilot, unaware of the small cues driving their behavior. Simply naming and tracking a habit makes you dramatically more likely to change it. Law 2. Make it attractive. The more appealing a habit feels, the more likely it sticks. One trick from the book. Pair a habit you need to do with one you want to do. Do the thing you enjoy right after the thing you're avoiding. Law 3. Make it easy. This might be the most underrated law in the whole book. Motivation is unreliable. Convenience is not. The book calls it the 2-minute rule. Shrink any new habit down until it takes less than 2 minutes to start. Not read for an hour. Just open the book. Reduce the friction, and the habit takes care of itself. Law 4. Make it satisfying. What gets rewarded gets repeated. Humans are wired for immediate gratification, so the habits that stick are the ones with some kind of immediate, visible payoff. Even something as small as checking off a box on a calendar taps into this. Here's the deepest idea in the entire book, and it's the one that actually makes habits last. Most people try to change their habits by focusing on outcomes. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to write a book. But the book argues real, lasting change works backwards. It starts with who you want to become, not what you want to achieve. There's a difference between saying, I'm trying to quit smoking, and saying, I'm not a smoker. The first is someone fighting a craving. The second is someone whose identity has already changed. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to be. No single vote will transform your identity, but over time, the votes add up. Until one day, the habit is something you do. It's just who you are. One more idea worth pulling out. The book argues that willpower is one of the weakest tools for lasting change. People with the best self-control aren't superhuman. They just spend less time in tempting situations to begin with. Change your environment, and you barely have to change yourself. Want to read more? Leave the book on your pillow. Want to eat better? Don't bring the junk food into the house in the first place. Discipline, in this framework, is about design, not willpower. So here's the whole idea boiled down. You don't need a bigger goal. You need a better system. Make the habit obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. Every small action is a vote for who you're becoming. Cast it wisely. If this hit home, let me know in the comments. Which habit are you rebuilding starting today? And subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from.